Today's Monday message is pretty simple, my sisters. Check your circle. You see, sis, everybody cannot go where you're going, and sometimes that truth is painful. I can remember growing up, my brother and I are 10 years apart. I'm the older sibling. So when I was 16 and he was 6, I remember there were plenty of times where I would get ready. I was going to go out with friends, or I was going to the high school to do something, but they were things that obviously he couldn't do with me. And I would be getting ready and I would turn around, and without fail, there he was, looking at me with these expectant, hopeful eyes that turned teary when he knew that I was about to leave and he wasn't going to be able to go with me. Now, in my 16-year-old mind, it made perfect sense. I was going one place, he belonged somewhere else. We were in completely different stages of life. Now, I loved him deeply, wasn't trying to hurt him, wasn't rejecting him. But in his little 6-year-old mind and heart, it felt personal. It felt like, you don't want me. And honestly, I think a lot of adult relationships work the exact same way. Sometimes people interpret growth as rejection. Not because you stopped loving them, not because you became arrogant, not because you think you're better than them, but simply because you can no longer function in the same spaces in the same way. You see, growth changes environments, growth changes conversations, growth changes access. And sometimes people become emotional when they realize they cannot go into every season with you. Not because you hate them, not because they're bad people, but because different seasons require different things. And sis, that can be hard because women especially have a tendency to feel guilty for growing, guilty for setting boundaries, guilty for changing, guilty for protecting their peace. So instead of growing freely, we start shrinking ourselves emotionally to keep everyone around us comfortable. But healthy growth will naturally create shifts in your circle because everybody connected to you will not always be aligned with where you're going. And that doesn't automatically make them toxic. That part is important because social media has taught people that every relationship shift means cut everybody off. No, that's not what I'm saying. Sometimes people are simply in different places emotionally. Sometimes people only fit certain seasons of your life. Sometimes people are meant to walk with you for a short season and still leave a lasting impression. Sis, here's what maturity eventually teaches you. Some people are in your life for a reason, some for a season, and some for a lifetime. And when you learn the difference, growth can truly begin because not every relationship is meant to carry the same weight. Some people enter your life to teach you something. Some people help you survive difficult seasons. Some people shape who you become. Some people stretch you. Some comfort you. Some challenge you. Some reveal things in you that you never would have discovered otherwise. And then there are people who are assigned to walk with you long term. The safe people, the steady people, the people who can handle your growth without becoming threatened by it. The people who do not need you to stay broken in order for them to feel comfortable. The problem comes when we try to force every relationship to become permanent. Sometimes we hold on to people long after the season has shifted, simply because we are afraid to let go emotionally. And because we fear hurting people, we start dragging expired relationships into new seasons. Meanwhile, God is trying to grow us into a healthier version of ourselves. And sis, sometimes the hardest part of healing is accepting that not every relationship was designed to grow with you forever. That does not always make people bad. Sometimes the assignment simply changed. And maturity teaches you how to appreciate what a relationship was without forcing it to become what it no longer is. Every relationship does not have to end dramatically. Sometimes seasons simply shift. Sometimes distance is wisdom. Sometimes growth changes proximity. Sometimes love remains, but access changes. And that's okay, because healthy circles are built intentionally by recognizing who strengthens your peace, who supports your healing, who challenges you in healthy ways, who drains you emotionally, and who no longer fits the direction your life is going. And when you finally stop trying to make everybody fit into places they were never designed to occupy, you create space for healthier connections. You stop operating from guilt, from obligation, from fear of disappointing people. And you start building a circle that actually supports your healing, your growth, your peace, your purpose. Because the truth is, your circle will either help nurture your growth or slowly suffocate it. And once you learn the difference between people who are seasonal and people who are foundational, everything starts changing. Your boundaries change, your conversations change, your emotional exhaustion decreases, and your peace, which is what we're striving for, increases. Because now you no longer are trying to make everybody fit into places they were never designed to occupy. Sis, listen, that understanding is freeing, because growth is not just about becoming a healthier woman. It's also about building a healthier circle around you. So maybe this week, instead of asking who's upset with me, ask who is helping me grow, because everybody cannot go where you're going, and everybody was never meant to stay forever. I'm telling you, sis, stop shrinking and start showing up.